Right. So have you ever tried to order a latte in Italy
Oh?
only to be met with blank stares?
Ah, yeah.
Turns out cafe latte is the way to go.
Huh?
It was a humbling reminder that even when you think you've got a language down,
Yeah.
everyday phrases can still trip you up.
For sure.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
today we're taking a deep dive into pasted text,
Okay.
a guide to common English phrases used in daily life.
Mhm.
You might be thinking, I already know this stuff.
Right.
But trust me, we're going beyond the surface level today,
Okay.
uncovering those fascinating nuances
Yeah,
that can make you a more confident communicator.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's true. Mastering the subtleties of everyday language
Yeah.
can be like unlocking a secret code.
Yeah.
It allows you to connect with people on a deeper level and truly understand the culture you're in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's unpack this starting with the very beginning.
Okay.
Greetings.
Right.
Pasted text highlights two common ones.
Okay.
Good morning. How are you today?
And hi. Nice to see you again.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
these greetings might seem interchangeable,
Yeah.
but they actually convey different levels of formality.
Okay.
That first one with the good morning and how are you is more traditional and respectful.
Mm-hmm.
You'd use it in professional settings with someone older,
Mm-hmm.
or if you're trying to make a good impression.
Well, not the best choice for grabbing a beer with your buddies.
Probably not. That's where the hi, nice to see you again, comes in. It's a friendly casual and implies you already have some kind of rapport with the person.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But isn't saying good morning a bit outdated?
Yeah.
Well, do people still actually say that?
While hi or hello are definitely more common in casual settings,
Yeah.
good morning still holds its place,
Okay.
particularly in more formal contexts.
Yeah.
Think of it as a way to show respect and acknowledge the start of a new day.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's all about reading the situation
Right.
and choosing the greeting that sets the right tone. Exactly.
Yep. Now, what happens when we need to ask for help?
Well, pasted text provides a couple of examples here.
Okay.
There's the classic, could you please help me with this?
Mm-hmm.
Always a good go-to.
Yeah.
Then we have, where can I find the nearest ATM?
Right.
Essential for travelers.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let's break those down.
Okay.
What makes that first phrase so effective?
It's all about the politeness factor.
Okay.
Using could and please softens the request
Mm-hmm.
and makes it clear that you're not demanding assistance.
Right.
Plus, by being specific about what you need help with,
Yeah.
you're respecting the other person's time.
Oh, I've definitely been guilty of just blurting out
Yeah.
help when I'm struggling with something.
Yeah.
But I can see how that more polite approach can make a big difference.
It certainly does. And notice how the ATM question is very direct and to the
Yeah.
point. When you need specific information, clear and concise communication is key. You wouldn't want to be wandering around lost when you're in a hurry to get cash.
Absolutely. Now let's talk food.
Okay.
Who doesn't love discussing food?
I know.
Pasted text gives us a couple of go-to phrases for ordering.
Right.
Can I have a cup of coffee, please?
Hmm?
And I would like a burger with extra cheese.
Even something as simple as ordering a coffee or a burger can reveal a lot about your language skills.
Oh, wow.
The first phrase,
Yeah.
while perfectly polite, is very basic.
Okay.
To really sound like you know what you're doing,
Yeah.
try customizing your order.
Okay.
Can I get a latte with oat milk, please?
Oh.
Or I'd like the cheeseburger medium rare with no onions.
So it's not just about knowing the words.
Right.
It's about using them confidently to express your preferences.
Exactly. That extra cheese in the burger order demonstrates a level of comfort with the language
Yeah.
that goes beyond just the basics.
Okay.
It shows you're not afraid to make your needs known.
Now, that's empowering.
Right.
It's like saying, I know what I want.
And I'm not afraid to ask for it.
That's the spirit. This confidence translates to all areas of life,
Yeah.
not just ordering food.
Right.
It can help you in professional settings, social situations,
Mm-hmm.
and even when traveling.
Okay.
Speaking of which, pasted text dives into essential phrases for navigating the marketplace
Right.
with how much does this cost?
Okay.
And do you accept credit cards?
The essential questions for any savvy shopper.
For sure.
What I find fascinating is that
Yeah.
the way we shop
Mm-hmm.
can vary drastically across cultures.
Oh, absolutely.
In some places, haggling over prices is expected,
Yes.
while in others it might be considered rude.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Pasted text reminds us that cultural awareness is crucial.
Right.
Just knowing these basic shopping phrases isn't enough.
Okay.
You need to understand the unwritten rules of the marketplace, too, like when it's appropriate to bargain
Yeah.
and how to do it respectfully. It's like there's a whole unspoken language of shopping etiquette. Now, let's talk about something
Yeah.
that can be a major source of stress for travelers.
Okay.
Time.
Time.
Pasted text highlights the phrases,
Okay.
what time is it now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll meet you at 3 p.m.
Time is a funny thing.
Yeah.
It's a universal concept. Yet the way we talk about it can differ wildly. Take the 24-hour clock, for example.
Okay.
In many parts of the world, it's the standard.
Yeah.
But in the U.S.,
Right.
it can sound overly formal or even confusing.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
I once missed a train in Europe because I didn't realize 14000 meant 2 p.m.
Oh, no.
Talk about a travel fail.
Like, you've all been there?
Yeah.
It just goes to show that even seemingly simple phrases can have hidden complexities.
Right.
When it comes to time, clarity is crucial. Pasted text reminds us to pay attention to AM/PM versus the 24-hour clock.
Yeah, okay.
And to be specific when setting appointments.
So instead of saying,
Okay.
I'll meet you later, it's better to say, I'll meet you at 3 p.m. by the fountain.
Exactly.
That level of precision can save you a lot of headaches.
For sure.
Especially when you're in an unfamiliar place.
Yeah.
And while we're on the topic of being precise, let's move on to expressing emotions.
Okay.
Pasted text provides us with,
Yeah.
I am so happy to hear that, and I'm sorry for being late.
I love that first phrase.
I do too.
It's so simple, yet it conveys such genuine warmth and enthusiasm.
Right, but I've noticed that expressing emotions can be tricky in English.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy to sound overly dramatic or insincere if you're not careful.
You're right.
Yeah.
The key is to find the right balance.
Okay.
You don't want to sound robotic, but you also don't want to lay it on too thick.
So instead of saying,
Right.
I'm absolutely devastated,
Yeah,
maybe try, I'm feeling a bit down today.
exactly.
It's about choosing words that accurately reflect your feelings
Yes.
without being overly dramatic.
And let's not forget the importance of apologies.
Right.
I'm sorry for being late is a classic,
Yeah.
but a truly sincere apology involves acknowledging the impact of your actions and expressing genuine remorse.
Sometimes a simple sorry just doesn't cut it.
You're right.
Yeah.
A heartfelt apology can go a long way in repairing relationships and building trust.
So we've covered greetings,
Yes.
asking for help,
Mm-hmm.
ordering food, shopping time,
Yeah.
and expressing emotions.
Okay.
What's next on our deep dive into pasted text?
Let's get adventurous.
Okay.
We're moving on to travel and directions.
All right.
Pasted text gives us two essential phrases.
Okay.
Can you tell me how to get to the airport?
Mm-hmm.
And I need a ticket for the 6 p.m. bus.
Those are lifesavers when you're in a new place.
Right.
But let's be honest,
Yeah.
even with Google Maps,
Mhm.
getting around in a foreign country can be a challenge.
Absolutely.
I remember one time in Japan,
Oh, yeah.
I ended up on a train
Uh-oh.
going in the completely wrong direction.
Oh, no.
I thought I understood the announcement,
Yeah.
but clearly my Japanese was worse than I thought.
It happens.
Speaking of which, I find it fascinating how
Yeah.
certain English phrases take on different meanings or connotations
Oh, for sure.
depending on the context.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's like there are layers of meaning embedded in the language.
Yeah.
Take the simple phrase, thank you, for example.
Okay.
In a casual setting,
Yeah.
it might just be a quick acknowledgement,
Right.
but in a more formal context.
Mm.
Or if you're expressing gratitude for a significant favor,
Yeah.
you might say, thank you so much.
Okay.
Or even, I'm incredibly grateful.
So it's not just about the words themselves, but also the way they're delivered and the context surrounding them.
Exactly. It's about understanding the nuances and subtleties of language.
Yeah.
Pasted text
Mm-hmm.
encourages us to think about these layers of meaning,
Mm-hmm.
even in everyday phrases.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Pasted text also dives into the world of work and school with phrases like, let's discuss this in the meeting tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and I have completed my assignment.
These phrases might seem straightforward,
Yeah.
but they highlight the importance of clear and professional communication
Right.
in academic and professional settings.
Okay.
That first phrase
Yeah.
about discussing something in a meeting
Mm-hmm.
is a great way to defer a conversation without being dismissive.
Right.
It shows respect for everyone's time
Yeah.
and ensures that the topic is addressed in the appropriate setting.
So it's about choosing your words carefully
Right.
to convey the right message.
Yes.
And maintain professionalism.
Exactly. And the phrase about completing an assignment
Yeah.
demonstrates a sense of responsibility and accomplishment.
Okay.
It's more than just saying, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
It's about communicating your progress
Yeah.
and showing that you've taken the task seriously.
It's like saying, I've put in the effort and here are the results.
Precisely. Now, pasted text also reminds us of the importance of expressing our basic needs.
Yeah.
Starting with the simple phrase, I need some water, please.
That one's essential, especially after a long flight or a busy day exploring a new city.
Right.
But it's not just about stating your need, is it?
Yeah.
There's an art to making requests politely and effectively.
Absolutely. Using please is crucial, of course.
Yeah.
But it's also about being specific and direct about what you need.
Okay.
Instead of just saying, I'm thirsty,
Mm-hmm.
it's more helpful to say, could you please bring me a glass of water?
It takes the guesswork out of it.
Right.
And ensures that your needs are understood.
Exactly. And then there's the classic, can you lend me a pen?
Oh,
A
yeah.
phrase that probably resonates with anyone who's ever been in a classroom or an office setting.
Oh, absolutely. That one brings back memories of frantically searching for a pen before a big exam.
I know, right?
It's a simple request,
Yeah.
but it highlights the importance of being prepared and resourceful.
It also opens up the conversation about offering assistance
Okay.
and gracefully handling those situations where you might not be able to help.
Mm-hmm.
What if someone asks you for a pen,
Yeah.
but you don't have one?
Right.
It's about responding politely
Yeah.
and perhaps suggesting an alternative solution.
Like, I'm sorry I don't have a pen, but I have a pencil you could borrow.
Exactly.
It's about being helpful even when you can't fulfill the exact request.
Exactly. It's about navigating those social interactions smoothly and maintaining positive relationships.
Okay.
Now, paste in text doesn't just focus on practical phrases.
Yeah.
It also delves into the realm of casual conversation,
Right.
starting with the classic, what did you do over the weekend?
The quintessential conversation starter.
Right.
It's amazing how much you can learn about someone
Yeah.
just by asking about their weekend plans.
It's a great way to break the ice,
Mm-hmm.
find common ground,
Yeah.
and spark a conversation.
I used to think small talk was just filler, but now I see it as a way to build rapport and find common ground.
It's like dipping your toes into the water before taking a plunge.
Exactly. It helps us break the ice and create a sense of connection.
Right.
After all, a simple conversation about the weather
Yeah.
could lead to a deeper discussion about shared interests or experiences.
Absolutely. It's about showing genuine interest in the other person
Yeah.
and finding those shared experiences that bring us together.
Another great example from pasted text
Yeah.
is the simple phrase, the weather is really nice today.
Now, that might seem like the most basic of small talk,
Yeah.
but it's actually a brilliant conversation starter.
Oh, for sure.
You can talk about your favorite types of weather,
Mm-hmm.
outdoor activities,
Right?
or even just how the weather is affecting your mood.
It's about finding common ground
Yeah.
and using it as a springboard for further conversation.
Pasted text
Mm-hmm.
emphasizes that even these seemingly simple phrases can open up a world of possibilities for connecting with others.
It's all about being present, being attentive, and being open to the unexpected turns a conversation might take.
Absolutely.
So we've explored a wide range of phrases,
Yeah.
from greetings to asking for help, ordering food,
Right.
shopping, talking about time,
Mhm.
expressing emotions, navigating travel,
Yeah.
handling work and school situations, expressing needs,
Yeah.
and even engaging in casual conversations.
We have.
What key insights can we draw from this deep dive into pasted text?
One of the most important takeaways is that fluency isn't just about knowing a lot of words
Yeah.
or having perfect grammar.
Right.
It's about using language confidently and appropriately in a variety of situations.
It's about understanding the subtle cues, the
Yeah.
cultural nuances,
Mm-hmm.
and the unspoken rules that govern everyday communication.
Exactly. It's about being able to adapt your language to the context,
Okay.
the audience,
Yeah.
and the purpose of the interaction.
Pasted text doesn't just give us a list of phrases. It provides a framework for understanding how language works in the real world.
It encourages us to be more mindful of the words we choose,
Yeah.
the way we deliver them,
Mhm.
and the impact they have on others.
It's like learning a new language opens up a whole new way of seeing the world, be connecting with the people in it.
And that's the beauty of language, isn't it?
Yeah.
It has the power to bridge cultures,
Mm-hmm.
build relationships,
Yeah.
and create understanding.
It's really interesting how those small words can make such a big difference in how we come across.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As we've been discussing all these everyday phrases, it struck me how much they reflect our values as a culture.
Absolutely.
Like, think about the emphasis on politeness in English.
Yeah.
All those pleases and thank yous.
Right.
It really shows a deep respect for courtesy and consideration.
For sure.
Even the way we ask for help, like, could you please help me with this, demonstrates a desire to not, like, impose on others.
Right. It's like we're acknowledging that everyone has their own time and commitments, and we're approaching them with respect.
And that brings us back to something that pasted text touched on earlier.
Okay.
Small talk.
Small talk.
It might seem superficial.
Yeah.
But it serves a vital social function.
Oh, absolutely.
I used to think small talk was just filler.
Right.
But now I see it as a way to kind of build rapport and find common ground.
It's like dipping your toes into the water before taking a plunge.
Exactly. It helps us break the ice and create a sense of connection.
Yeah.
After all, a simple conversation about the weather could lead to a deeper discussion about shared interests or experiences.
For sure.
It's fascinating how those seemingly insignificant phrases can open up a world of possibilities.
Absolutely.
Speaking of deeper conversations,
Yeah.
I'm curious about how we express emotions in English. Pasted text gave us a few examples,
Yeah.
but there's a whole spectrum of feelings out there.
Right.
How do we find the right words?
Absolutely. And finding the right words to articulate those feelings can be a challenge.
Yeah.
But it's important to remember that there's no one right way to express yourself.
Okay.
It's about finding what feels authentic and comfortable for you.
And sometimes words aren't even enough.
That's true.
A hug, a pat on the back, or even just a knowing look can speak volumes.
You're right. Body language can be just as expressive as words, if not more so.
Totally.
It's another layer of communication that we often overlook.
Okay, let's shift gears back to practical matters for a moment.
Okay.
Pasted text highlighted the importance of understanding time-related vocabulary.
Yeah.
But what about those situations where we need to make plans or set appointments?
Right.
How do we ensure clarity and avoid confusion?
Well, that's where precision is key.
Okay.
Whether you're saying, I'll meet you at 3 p.m. or let's discuss this in the meeting tomorrow.
Right.
Being specific about the time and place is crucial.
Yeah.
It shows respect for everyone's time and helps to avoid misunderstandings.
And of course, being punctual is essential.
Absolutely.
It's a sign of respect in many cultures.
For sure.
Now, what about those times when things don't go according to plan?
Oh, yeah.
Like when you need to apologize for being late or making a mistake.
Right.
Pasted text offered the classic, I'm sorry for being late. But a truly effective apology goes beyond just uttering those words.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't you say?
A sincere apology involves acknowledging the impact of your actions on others.
Yeah.
And expressing genuine remorse. If possible, it also includes offering to make amends.
Okay.
Or fix the situation.
It shows that you're taking responsibility for your actions and that you value the relationship.
Sometimes a simple explanation can help too.
Oh, yeah.
If you're late because of traffic, for example. Letting the other person know can diffuse any frustration.
It's all about communication and understanding, and that brings us back to asking for help.
Okay.
Pasted text gave us that polite phrase, could you please help me with this? But there are times when a more assertive approach is necessary, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like in an emergency situation.
Exactly. In those moments.
Yeah.
Clarity and urgency are paramount.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to be direct and specific about what you need.
Yeah.
And if the situation is critical, don't hesitate to call for help loudly and clearly.
It's about prioritizing your safety and well-being above all else.
Right.
Now, let's lighten things up a bit.
Okay.
Pasted text touched on casual conversations, suggesting topics like hobbies and current events.
Right.
But what are some other ways to strike up a conversation with someone you don't know very well?
That's a good question.
I found that compliments can be a great icebreaker.
Oh, for sure.
Something like, I love your shoes, or that's a beautiful scarf you're wearing.
Those are excellent examples.
Yeah.
Compliments are a wonderful way to show genuine interest and appreciation.
Right.
Plus, they can easily lead to a conversation about fashion, personal style, or even where the person got the item.
It's about finding those little things that spark a connection.
Right.
Another good strategy is to ask open-ended questions
Yeah.
that encourage the other person to talk about themselves.
Right.
What do you do for fun? Or what are you passionate about?
Those are great examples.
Yeah.
Open-ended questions. Invite the other person to share their thoughts and experiences.
Right.
Which can lead to fascinating conversations.
Yeah.
And unexpected discoveries.
It's all about being curious, being engaged, and being open to learning something new.
Absolutely.
This deep dive has really opened my eyes to the nuances of everyday English.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much we communicate both verbally and non-verbally in even the simplest interactions. What stands out to you as the most important takeaway?
I think the key takeaway is that language is a powerful tool.
Yeah.
But it's also a constantly evolving one.
Okay.
Fluency isn't the destination. It's a journey.
Right.
It's about being willing to learn, adapt, and refine our communication skills throughout our lives.
It's about embracing the richness and complexity of language and using it to connect with others in meaningful ways.
And that connection, I believe, is at the heart of what makes language so fascinating and rewarding.
Well said. This has been an incredibly insightful exploration of everyday English.
It has.
As we wrap up our deep dive into pasted text, I'm left wondering what seemingly simple phrases in your life have revealed deeper meanings or unexpected connections?
That's a great question.
Take some time to reflect on the power of language in your own experiences.
Yeah.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive into a fascinating topic.
That's good.
Until then, keep those conversations flowing.